We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods are good for you.
Welcome to Storytime Cooks, where we learn about food through books. Today, we're reading The Tickly Spider by Margaret Wise Brown, illustrated by Linda Bleck, and this is published by Silver Dolphin. I love the pictures in this story. They are so colorful. A little spider lived deep in the grass at the edge of a field, about 3 buttercups away from where a little boy was lying on his tummy. And you can barely see him in the tall grass with all the creatures. There's a butterfly and a snail and some other bugs. And there is our friend, the little spider. The little boy was peering between the long green blades, deep, deep, deep in the grassy wilds. And the little boy looked and he watched as he saw strange things. All these creatures are just moving around, and he's being so quiet and still that he's getting to look at all of them. There's a little ladybug up there on that flower. Just all kinds of creatures. He saw a red ladybug climbing on a stalk of grass very slowly. Let's see if we can, there's the ladybug. It's almost like a hidden picture. Here's another ladybug. He saw the shadow of a butterfly, and here's the butterfly, and then, all of a sudden, in and out and around those grass stems came the little spider. Over a root and over a twig, lugging and puffing along it came, as little spiders come. He's a little purple spider. The little spider was coming straight towards the little boy, winding in and out of the grasses. But the little boy knew just what to do. He was a little boy who knew how to be very, very still. That's something we might want to practice. Sometime we could just see how long we could be still. If we could be still for 10 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds or a minute. The boy knew that if he kept stone still, the spider would walk across him. He was just like a big hill to the spider, a big hill that had to be climbed to get to the grass on the other side. And this is the little boy's sweater, and here is the little spider with lots of butterflies. When the little spider came to the last blade of grass in front of the little boy's nose, it stopped. Here it comes. And then it began to climb. It climbed and it climbed until the grass bent towards the little boy's cheek. He is a very brave little boy because plunk, it jumped right into the hollow under the little boy's eye. But the little boy stayed very, very still. I don't know that I could stay very, very still if a spider jumped on my face. Tickly, tickly, the little spider started down the little boy's cheek. Tickly, tickly, past his nose. Tickly, tickly, by the corner of his mouth. Even though it tickled like a million feathers, the little boy lay as quiet as stone. And there is the little spider on the boy's cheek. Then the little boy didn't feel it any more tickling. He lifted his head slowly, and he saw the happy little spider crawling off through the grass. And there he goes. He's finding his little friend, the slug, or the snail. Over a root and over a twig, lugging and puffing in and out and around the grass stems, went the little spider. And that was how the little boy stayed very still and saw a lot of things happening in between the long green grass blades. Then as the sun set, the little boy walked slowly towards home. And there he goes, towards his barn. Well, this is a little bit of a different story as Halloween approaches. Sometimes we think about spiders being scary, and they really don't have to be. This little spider was a happy little spider, and he didn't hurt the little boy at all. So sometimes we might be afraid of things that we don't need to be afraid of. we decided we would make a fun little spider. This one's not going to tickle us, but it might make our tummies feel good. We've made this spider with a cracker, and we have 8 legs on our spider. So we made 8 carrot sticks. You could use celery or cheese or cucumbers or any other things that you could slice into long pieces. And then we made him have a happy, smiley face. So our carrots and our cucumbers that we used for our smiley face would go in our vegetable group, and we used a whole grain cracker, so that's going to go in our grain group. Remember, we like at least half of our grains to be whole. And if you have a lot of extra energy at your house, you might want to play freeze tag or some other kind of game where we can get our kids practicing just to see how still they can be. That can be a challenge, even for some of us older people. We hope you've enjoyed this week's segment of Storytime Cooks and that you'll come back and join us again next week as we continue to learn about food through books.
We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too.